up, guys? My name is Chris Tutello. Today, I'm once again alongside my good friend, colleague, and co-host,
Ruben Borges.
And we have a very special guest on today's show, Medieval Matt.
That is
Matt,
right.
State your name, gangster.
Hi everyone, Matt Balascak-Huber.
Legend.
Yeah, I'll give you the wait for the go. And this is episode number 38 of TTS Talk. Matt, welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much for coming on, dude.
Absolutely.
So, look, the reason that we wanted to have you on is because you've been a TTS member for how long now?
8 months.
For 8 months, okay. And recently, you did one of our, nutrition coaching programs, the Game Changer program that we run here, right? And what was your progress like there?
Incredible. I lost 20 pounds.
20 pounds, and you don't have, it wasn't like you had a ton of body fat to lose, right? So
No.
20 pounds, you got visible abs now,
Lean muscle,
right?
I mean,
Clean shaven, you got the goatee off,
Goatee is gone.
Right.
Haircut came.
looks 20 years younger.
Feels 20 years younger.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, just touch up on the 20 years younger. You posted a picture one time on social media. I thought it was a Taking Back Thursday pic. I was like, oh, when was this? And like, you look at it, I'm like, oh shit, this is Matt now.
Yeah.
And then you walk in, I'm like, Matt, that was you who posted it now. You're like, yeah. I mean, it really is amazing. You did definitely.
But it was the feeling. It was the mental journey, the food, the proper nutrition, which I threw away after the
The run. Well, that's what I wanted to get to too. So we lost 20 pounds, right? You've been training for 8 months, first time in your life training, right?
Yeah.
And then, so for you had to overcome a lot to do what you did this weekend, and that was enter your first mud run, right? It was something that you set your eyes on that goal, you wanted to do it. This was the weekend, you finally did it.
Yep.
How do you feel? You're at the other side now, man.
Incredible.
Yeah?
More so, I would say successful, but that's
like accomplished.
yeah. Accomplished.
Mm.
That's exactly.
Because it's a great feeling. You've been talking about it for a while. You're like, man, I got to do something.
I've been thinking about it ever since 2 months, because ever since the Game Changer started,
Right.
that's when I was like, oh, let me do this. I want to do this. I want to do this before I turn 40. Here's my goal. And then that goal kind of just drifted away as the Game Changer progressed.
Right.
And new goals, new accomplishments, new feats that I needed to set my eyes on came into existence. And the mud run kind of just faded, and then I saw it again pop up on Facebook, and I'm like, you know what? I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Signed up, and it's
Fantastic. So look, aside from the physical, because I know physically you were held back there, so you weren't in the shape that you needed to be yet. But what else was holding you back from joining that and jumping in on that race?
Fear, just myself.
Okay.
Just not feeling good enough or whatever to compete. And even, you get there and you look at some of the guys and you're like, oh,
Right.
what the hell am I doing here?
Yeah.
But then you start
Because this was a very new world for you, right?
Oh,
This was
100%.
Like not even just the race, but training in general.
Everything.
This was brand spanking new
Everything
for you
is
for everything, just 8 months ago. So-
Exactly.
It's a physical challenge.
Yeah.
And it's an accomplishment, because you sit there and you think, what would I be doing right now if I wasn't doing the mud runner?
Mhm.
I'd probably be eating my ice cream, which I had that night anyway.
Reward.
Yeah.
But I'd be
Yeah.
eating ice cream, popcorn, snacks, all garbage, watching TV all day, and not getting off the couch.
Right. That's
What's
basically
the better life?
that's basically what your life was
Right.
before training, right?
No, that's exact. Now I'm down to maybe 2 hours of TV a week, if that.
Dude, it's amazing.
Yeah, I'm at a point now where it's like, okay, you can delete whatever you want off the DVR, because I don't know when I'm watching it.
Right.
And it's a great feeling. I'm not connected
Yeah.
to that couch anymore,
Right.
and it's a
So
freeing
let's
experience.
go back, because I tell you all the time that you're like a different human being from.
I feel it.
Yeah, like
I
the
feel it.
moment that we met you at orientation 8 months ago.
I was terrified when I walked into that first day.
So let's go.
Terrified.
Let's go back a little bit. Let's backtrack and tell us a little bit about what your life was like prior to training here, and kind of what prompted you to say, you know what, I'm going to join this program and give TTS a shot.
Well, all right. So prior to coming here, I would go to work, come home, make dinner for everyone, sit down, watch TV, snack the rest of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Stay up until I just couldn't stay up anymore.
Okay.
Go to bed, get up and repeat.
Hated the job.
Mm.
Oh, I still hate the job.
Okay.
But,
Yeah.
but it's manageable.
Mm-hmm.
There's something to look forward to now, whereas getting home and watching TV really isn't something to look forward to.
Right.
It's not what you want to do.
Right.
You're working on yourself now. You're just feeling better.
It's that inward connection that you get.
What did you replace that time with? Was it just, are you talking about training or?
Honestly, I mean, the food prep, like, now my Sundays are really devoted to all the cooking, so I get everything set up for the whole week, so I don't gotta worry about it during the week. The time at TTS for the 3 nights a week. Now I just sit outside.
Right. Just make sure you speak up a little bit.
Oh,
so the
sorry.
microphone could pick up.
Yeah, no, I just sit outside, relax, have a cup of coffee. I know I'm not supposed to, but I'll have my cup of coffee at night, relax, and just take it all in.
Right, right.
Think about the day, think about where I want to go, and
Right.
hope that I'm doing the right thing.
I'll say this, man. Ever since I know leading up to the 8-week challenge, that first week, every single week, you were just looking way more confident. You were getting stronger. You were more inclined to, maybe it's like, hey, let's go another 10 more pounds. You even tell me, I think so. Like, it felt good,
Yeah.
Because sometimes I even think when you were talking about that fear came even with putting on extra load in weights, right? Like, I don't know, man.
I was like, no, I don't think so. Ruben.
Yeah,
I'm good here with the 20 pound
And then
weight
I'm
on
like,
this. Yeah,
well,
we're
so then
good.
if you break it down, like, all right, let's make a deal. We'll go 5 pounds. And then since the 8-week challenge, it seemed like, just like your overall confidence and having that structure, eating those good quality nutrients, and hey, let's put another 10 in. Yeah, I think I can go 15. Like, there's something maybe even higher where I almost had to pull you back a little bit, and you saw that happening. It was really great to see.
Well, I joke and I say, if I can do this diet, I can do anything I put my mind to.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that was really the struggle. It was the diet, because I like my food. I like my sweets.
Mm-hmm.
I like chocolate, peanut butter. Just give me all the junk food in the world and I'll scarf it down.
Mm-hmm.
So managing that diet for that full 8 weeks during Memorial Day, my father and sister's birthdays, and some other holiday I think was in there. Oh, Easter! It started the day before Easter. So missing out those 4 big events over that 8-week period and being okay with it. I went to a couple of fundraisers at schools where everybody's bringing all their junk food in, and I'm sitting there, oh, there's my shake.
Right.
But it worked. I did it. And that's really what kind of prompted me to the mud runs.
Right.
Because if I can do that, sky's the limit.
All
Yeah.
it took was a split second of, no, I had this meal already, I'm good.
Yeah.
Maybe for that split second, like, but you just felt better the rest of the day.
It
That's
really,
what's huge.
the food really is what changed the whole mentality for me.
Yeah. Right. I tell people that all the time. Like, training and nutrition, that's the gateway to get, whatever it is that you want, whatever your other goals are in life. Like, that's step 1 in my opinion. But just to kind of go back now, travel back, so you would come home, you would sit on the couch, you would not have much going on.
I had nothing going on.
Be
Unless
watching-
we were getting together with friends, that was the only time I left the house.
Right.
It's
So,
like,
yeah.
well, we gotta watch Grey's Anatomy. Oh, I gotta watch this show. I mean, literally, 20 hours of TV we would watch a week.
Right.
If not more, because we're all day Saturday, Sunday.
It's crazy.
Watching TV.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now, at what point did you decide to make a change, though, and sign up here in the first place 8 months ago? Like, what prompted that decision?
I was turning 39, and I said, you know what, let me just try this. Because I saw the ad on Facebook, and I'm like, for this much money, let me just try it. It's a 4-week program. What do I got to lose?
Right.
Well, apparently, watching TV is what I had to lose.
Right.
So I'm okay.
And a lot of bad habits, right?
That was a fair trade-off.
So walk us through that, though, because there's probably people watching at home that are like, unsure about, joining something. Maybe they're in a position like you were in 8 months ago where they're not doing much. So you made that choice. You said, screw it, I'm going to sign up. And then you made it here. Tell us about your process, from day one, the experience you've had.
All right, so first day walking in here was so intimidating because you had all these guys and I'm like, oh, they all know what they're doing. I'm like, what did I get myself into?
You mean the group that was training before you guys came in? Before
Oh,
the
yeah.
vacation?
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know what.
Ruben was sweating with snot on his face. Yeah.
Every time, but there was camaraderie.
Mhm.
You saw it the second you walked in.
Yeah.
And just the greeting from those guys, the first time coming in for orientation, okay, relaxed. Took everything that you said, took it in, went home and said, all right, this is it for 4 weeks. We'll see what happens.
Mhm.
And then that first class, I was like, okay, I got this. I can do this. Second class, I don't know if I got this. By the end of the first week, I turned around and I said, Tim, I'm doing this. I don't
Right.
care what you say. This is my home away from home now.
Right.
And
And you felt that after a week?
after a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man.
But that's the people you have here.
Yeah.
That's the coaches, that's the people that come here.
Right.
It just makes you feel comfortable.
Right.
And it works.
That's fantastic, dude.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's just seeing everyone together. I mean, I see what we're saying. It's everything that we do here. It's everyone has each other's back.
Yeah,
basically.
that's
You know?
and you know, if you don't know what you're doing and you're helping somebody else is like, oh no, hang on, you need to do this.
Mhm.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's that feeling of, now I don't like the, oh come on, I don't
Yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
It makes me uncomfortable. But it is a good feeling to have that. I write why.
Because something
it
as
feels
simple as
awesome.
like, hey, nice, good
Yeah,
job.
no,
You know, especially
that's-
first time kind of training, like that goes a long way. Like, all right, cool.
It really
Thanks,
does,
man.
because you're like, all right, I'm doing something right, okay.
Okay, I love that in anything.
And then after 3 weeks, so just a month,
Mhm.
not even a full month, 3 weeks, to actually start to see stuff change.
Physical changes.
I was like, all right, I made the right decision. Like,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is-
That must have been a great moment.
It
You're like, wait a
really
minute,
was.
where are these
Yeah.
pipes coming?
Speaking of, look at these hard clothes are shooting out over here, man. Oh, shit, the vascularity.
But, and it's, and I like seeing that.
There you go.
When I looked out, I'm like, okay, look at that. You know, now it's, okay, now I've lost the weight, I've done this, now there's a couple other things, and now it's to add the muscle mass on.
Right.
So, that's where we're at.
Dude, that's so amazing. And so, like, as far as training early on, right? What was some of the biggest adjustments that you felt you had to make? Like, what was some of the stuff that you weren't accustomed to and used to? Like, I know this is a whole new world for you, but you see standard exercises, like you go to any public gym, you see people doing like a bench press or stuff like that.
You can do those there, but, you
Right.
know, I mean, when I was younger, I would be like, oh, let me do this, and you
Right.
find out you're doing it wrong when you come here.
Mhm.
And I mean, really wrong. Like, it's,
Yeah.
you get into it and you're like, okay, that I've never felt before.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, wait, what was your question?
Just like the, what did you notice were the biggest adjustments that you had to make early on? Like, what exercises were like most
So-
difficult for you to learn, and what did you now
Honestly,
like? How's your progress
everything.
been? What's that?
I felt I struggled in almost everything
Okay.
because I really didn't know what the hell I was doing because I was so used to the mobilized equipment that forces your movement for you.
Machines and stuff like that.
Where here you're responsible for getting, okay, this is the movement.
Master the movement.
You need to master this.
Mhm.
Then we'll talk about your weights.
Right.
So the structure is really
That's important. What you just said there. Like, let me learn this movement first, and then we
that
can make
was the
progressions.
toughest part. 'Cause
Right.
I'm one of those people that I'm so impatient
Mhm.
that it's like, all right, no, I need the end. I need
Right.
the end result.
Mhm.
And having to realize you can't get that when you're working out. You need to develop, you need to grow, and you need to master what you're doing.
Right.
Otherwise, you're going to injure yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That was the biggest challenge for me.
Right. Okay.
Because I wanted the instant gratification, like you see on all those fad diets out there. Like, oh, here, do this, and you'll be this much weight, or
Right.
do this, and you'll gain this much muscle.
Whereas we tell you day one when you walk in for orientation,
It
the
doesn't
same.
happen that
Right.
way.
Yeah.
And I missed the sign that you used to have up.
Ah, okay.
How
Let's get back
to
to
train a
that.
bad
Because, well, that,
The rules?
but it was the gym rules.
Yeah.
And that was actually what, I read them, and I'm like, makes sense.
Okay.
Like, it was logical. And I took a photo of it.
Yeah.
I still have the photo somewhere.
Okay.
But I took that picture, and every day for that 4-week program, I kept looking at it. I'm like, all right, 4 weeks is almost up. Time to become a full member.
Yeah.
And
It was a non-negotiable for you at that point.
it really was.
Yeah.
Because I started to realize, all right, they'll tell me when I'm good enough to increase my weight. I don't have to force it myself or figure it out myself.
Mm-hmm.
If I make a wrong move, they're correcting me.
Right.
That in itself made me realize, you know what, patience is a good thing.
Right.
Because in time, so 8 months, I'm now down 31 pounds. since
Wow.
October.
31 pounds.
I think
Shit,
so. I
dude.
think I was either 189 or
The
185.
goatee was at least a pound.
Eight
So,
months.
yeah.
So in 8 months to lose that,
Yeah.
and that was, I mean, I had only lost like maybe 7 or 8 or 9 right before the game changer.
Right.
So for 6 months, that's what I was losing.
Yeah.
Then doing the game changer, and it's like, wow.
Right, and just so if you guys aren't sure, the Game Changer is like another coaching program that we offer here. It's only for our members, so if our members want to jump in on it, it's a meal plan, really dive deep into not just the nutrition side of things,
Yeah.
but also the emotional stuff.
Yes.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Physically, you've made so many awesome transformations, so
Yes.
many awesome changes. You lost 31 pounds, you packed on some muscle, you're leaner, you look younger, you look great, right? More confidence.
Feel better,
So,
healthier,
but
everything.
now let's talk about like some of those. What were some of those fears? What were some of the things that were holding you back that now, because of training, because people might think that I'm full of shit when I say that nutrition and training is the gateway to making any type of change or transformation that you want. So since you started here, you made all these physical transformations. Now what started to happen internally?
So internally, I started to realize, well, my outside is changing, but my mind and my mentality are not matching. So as great as the feeling was to be losing this weight or building this muscle, mentally there was no change.
Right.
There was no feeling better. There was no difference mentally.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that was always a big issue.
Okay.
I battled depression. I did whatever. And for me personally, this and journaling recommended through the Game Changer program and everything that you've taught us works better than any therapy ever could.
Wow.
Because I now have that direction to push the emotions, to focus on, to draw from.
Right.
And it's a freeing experience. And doing that, it made my eyes open. I am going back to school.
That's amazing, man.
At
Congratulations.
39 years old.
Yeah.
Never thought that would happen.
Yeah.
And that's the game changer.
Wow.
That's what training here did. It opened my eyes to what I truly want. What do I need to not only be happy,
Mm-hmm.
but to have my mental clarity and to be complete.
Right.
These are the things. These are the goals. And like I said, those goals change every time.
Yeah.
I mean, my goal was to quit smoking. Well, that passed. Then it was the rugged maniac. Well, that got pushed to the wayside. Now it's school. Then it was work, career, financial. All these different things that you don't realize when you're just,
Existing.
well,
Watching
let
TV.
me watch my TV.
Yeah.
Oh, I want that. I see this on TV. Let me order that.
Yeah.
You waste so much time and energy just laying there.
You just
Right.
let life pass you by.
You
and almost
really do.
never- Yeah.
You really do. And the only way to change that is to get off the couch, get in here, and bust your ass to make yourself better, not only mentally, physically, but just overall a better human being.
Wow.
Oh, to touch up on what Chris said, how everything starts through strength training and nutrition, and the whole big concept of that and why it works so well is you're working on yourself. So if you're able to work on yourself, get structure within your own life, and get that going first, then everything else follows. And I think a lot of people just sit down and want life to happen to them, and then realize, work on
Absolutely.
yourself first, get that going. When you start doing that, oh, you know what? Yes, I can do this. I can do that.
Oh.
Let me try this, and then sky's the limit. I know it's kind of a cliche saying, but you're thinking of so many things. Sometimes you almost gotta all right, what else can I do next?
Well, that's what it's come
Yeah.
down to. It's come down to a prioritizing almost. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so now school is the important thing. Once school is completed, then the career path will come. But in that interim, you start to realize, okay, well, while that's all going on, now I can do this and focus on building up this. And it's just, it's amazing what 5 minutes of writing will open your eyes to see.
Right.
And that's from you. That's from you. And that was honestly the best thing about the Game Changer, was learning that idea. Now, I had been told that before.
Right.
I was like, I'm not doing this.
Right.
But it works.
Right. When you invest in yourself, it's a little bit different.
It really
You're going to
is.
take it seriously, and you're going to.
That's
That's why I always tell people too: don't ask for shit for free, because when something's free, you're not going to take
What's
it seriously.
free? No.
Right? There's no value to it.
No, that's
but when you're
exactly it.
invested in it, then you're going to get twice the results and half the time.
Yeah.
Right? How many diets did we write for people when we were in our 20s for
Absolutely.
free? And it went. One guy went oatmeal. Shout out to Matt Stoltz.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to touch on that, there was someone else, not that Game Changer, it was a previous Game Changer. And I asked her, and through our 20s, she always asked like for diets and things like that. I'm like, and she made such an amazing change. And I was like, what was the difference? I was like, because you've always been like doing this, you always say, you always kind of been on it, but you never seen change. She goes, honestly, Rube, I paid for this. And she was like, that is why I actually really stayed on. So like, some people, they say they're on the diet, they're doing well, but they're not really on it. But when they're here and they're invested, then it's like, now it's themselves to hold accountable. They hold themselves accountable, and then that's why they stay on it better.
Yeah, and that's the same thing for business, like, or whatever it is that you want to get better at. Invest in that thing. Hire a coach that can help you get to the next level, because you're going to get there much faster. But anyway, so you've been journaling, you've been doing all these exercises, and the change has been incredible.
120% different person than I was October 15th.
Right. That's
And
fantastic. And a year from now, a year from today, imagine the difference.
I'm excited to see what that person's going to become, because
Right.
I know that there is a lot more change coming, and I can't wait to see what they are.
You might be UFC champion, 155.
You know what?
Wait a minute.
It might happen. Yeah, I was thinking about kickboxing. So
Okay, all right. Never know.
Well, listen, to touch up on also some things that we always talk about. You become a leader yourself. Do the Rugged Maniac. You had another fellow member join you.
Yep.
Now you got a couple other people ready to join you on the next one. You're already signed up.
Yep.
So you're becoming a leader with them. So that's something to be proud of with that. It's very awesome.
It feels good, but it's not as awful as it sounds to say. It's nice that like Tim joined up and he started coming here. Now he's getting healthier. He wants to eat this way.
He looks great too.
Yeah, he's getting up there. He's moving.
And I'm happy about that, but that's not why I didn't do it for them.
Right.
You know,
Well, no, you did it for yourself.
yes,
but
I guess they're seeing it, and hey, you know what? This is working.
Well, a lot of people will say this. I'm sorry to cut
No,
you off.
go ahead, yeah.
A lot of people will say like, "Hey, I'm doing this, but I want to do this, and I'm interested, but I want to get my spouse to do this, or I want to get my kids to do this, or whatever." And what I always say is that if you want to impact somebody else, you have to lead by example. You can't tell somebody do this, do this, do this,
Right?
Because then they're just going to get pissed off at you, tell you go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Right? You gotta, you have to do it yourself.
Right.
People will see your progress, they'll see your changes, and that will make them say, hey, let me try that myself. That does look pretty cool. Or this guy or girl is making so much progress. Let me try that myself. And then that's how you lead by example. So now, like you said, you got Tim, you got another one of our members here to do a mud run with you. Like you're impacting more people than you probably had any idea that you were going to before you walked through these doors 8 months
Just
ago.
by leading by example. And that's right. That was basically what I was going to say. Just that, like how working on yourself. That's what you don't realize how many people start watching you. Maybe that person that did say go fuck yourself. Now they see you getting these results. They're like, huh, he's got something brewing there. I don't know, something's going on there. Let me give that a shot. You know.
Well, and I think that's what happened with Tim, because Tim was like, you can't just go to Planet Fitness, and I'm like, no. He came here. He goes, remember I told you to ask me in a couple weeks what I think? He goes, you can ask me that question now. It was like 2 or 3 days in. And I'm like, okay, so do you want to stay? And he goes, yeah. He goes, yeah.
I remember he came to one second, looked at me, he's like, oh, by the way, he had to head out early one touch, and he goes, just so you know, I'm all in.
Yeah.
All right, Tim, cool, man.
But it's, and, you know, seeing the changes in me, that got him here.
And he's down what? How much is he down? He's down a nice chunk of weight too.
Yeah, he lost a lot more than I did in the first 2 months. So
We're getting in there. You let him.
Yeah.
Somehow that's
but
the-
I mean, I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
I just don't want to know. Like, I needed the special diet, but he's just dropping it off. So, but you know, it's nice to see somebody else
Yeah.
sees what I see.
Hell yeah.
And just being here really does do that. It does, that mental clarity does come in time. But
That's awesome, man.
It's all been worth it.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome. So, listen, from the moment you decided to come here, you walked in orientation, there's a group of maniacs sweating all over the place. It's intimidating for you, but you got through it. You said, let me give this a shot. You trained, you got hooked. You got so hooked, you started to make progress. You decided to join one of our higher level programs that we offer here, the Game Changer program. Then you started to melt off another 20 pounds of body fat. Then you're doing mud runs. You're going to school. You're looking at career changes. Dude, like, everything that you are doing is exactly what a lot of people watching this want to do. They want to change their life. They want
to do it.
Right? They want to make those changes for themselves. Before we wrap up today, what advice would you give those people that are home watching this right now, just thinking about getting involved with something, or think they want to make a change, but they seem stuck? What do you have to say to them?
Okay, so that was me.
Mhm.
So I'm going to say this with all honesty and heart. The first step is you need to get up. It's that simple. Stand up, walk over to your phone, and just make a call. Do what you need to do. It's that simple. The rest will all fall into place.
Yeah.
Well
That's
said.
great. And yeah, because I think that there's so many people, like you mentioned before, they're looking for this next secret thing. Like, I got to do this diet, or I have to do this training program, I have to do this, or I have to do that. But in actuality, you have to do something. You have to commit to it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, right? There's no right or wrong, whatever. You could argue about training modalities and whatever. But at the end of the day, if you're committed to something, you're going to make progress, right? If you commit to your eating well, to better sleep, reducing your stress, training, then, like you said, things are going to fall into place. So just get up and just start. It doesn't have to be perfect. Don't search for that.
That's right.
Fantastic, man. Coach, anything you want to add?
Nothing. Just touch up on it. Show up, guys. It's what it takes. And Matt, you've done amazing, man. Let's keep this up.
Thank you, sir.
You're on what I call, like, in the baseball world, you're on fire. You're on a hot streak right now. Let's keep this going.
Hot streaks end.
No. We're gonna be a Hall of Fame player.
Nah, dude, you see fucking Tom Cruise making the new Top Gun, flying that airplane at
By the
60
way,
years old. That's going to be you.
I don't want to get thrown up, but yeah, Top Gun. They're making it again.
It looks like the
Weird.
same exact movie.
I feel like I had no plot, by the way. I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
It's just Maverick.
I'm going to see it, by the way. That's for sure. Well, Matt, just to wrap up today, dude, I tell you all the time, but I could not be more proud of you, dude. You have made so much progress. Like I said, it gives me goosebumps. It's inspiring. You are truly a different human being. And by you doing this for yourself, you are impacting plenty of other people around you. And that is our goal here. So you are a living, breathing example of it, my friend. So
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations on all your success. And keep the shit rolling, baby.
Let's go, brother.
All right. Well, guys, I hope that you enjoyed today's episode of TTS Talk. As always, if you have any questions for me, you can hit me up on Instagram. I'm at Chris_Tutela, Tutela. Shoot me a DM. I am always happy to help. Coach, where can these guys find you?
Guys, you can find me on Instagram as well at _Ruben, RUBEN, _Borges, BORGES.
Medieval one, do you want these maniacs knowing where you live?
Where I live?
Do you want them to reach out to you? Do you want to give your Instagram away or anything, or not?
I don't even know what my Instagram is because I'm never really on it.
All right, so if you have questions for Matt,
I think
shoot
it's
us.
MBHub79.
Okay. If you have questions for Matt, you can follow up with one of us, and we'll direct it over to Matt.
Or find me on
Coach,
Facebook.
don't forget, podcasts, right?
Yes.
Hey,
What do you want to just plug?
Yeah, for you.
Oh, okay, thanks. Call me up guard here. Yeah.
Don't forget.
If you guys want to check out my podcast, that is the Iron Life Podcast. Anywhere podcasts are available.
Yeah, great information, training, and health, and all.
Episode 9 is great to figure out why you need to get off your couch.
There you go.
Thank you so much. Shameless plug.
It's okay though.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We will catch you next week on another episode of
TTS Talk.
Catch you guys next week. Matt, give him one of these.
Not the
I said
better half.